Hi, I'm Billy Mitchell with FedScoop TV. Today I'm here with Mike Wilkersen, Senior Director of Solutions Engineering at Vmware. How are you today, Mike?
Good, thanks everybody.
Great. First off, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about STEM education, particularly how it's impacting the federal government today. And one of the big things I wanted to start off with is how important do you think it is in your recruiting process at Vmware that someone has experience or background in STEM education?
That's a great question, and from my perspective, it's extremely important. In my role, I lead the technical services for all of the U.S. public sector market, obviously hiring engineers, architects, and the like, folks that have those technical skills. So sourcing candidates that have that in their background is extremely critical, both to my function and also the other functions inside of the company. VMware is a very engineering-driven organization and company. It was founded by research money from DARPA, by a group of Stanford graduate students in the computer science program. Mm-hmm. So it is extremely crucial to everything that we do.
Yeah, and there's a lot of challenges facing the STEM community right now, but that will draw several impacts, and I just wanted to see what you thought some of the biggest impacts that come from those challenges will be on STEM education and recruitment in the future.
Again, another great question. A lot of the things that we've talked about have to do with programs and things that are set up to sort of drive interest or are laid for students to be able to participate in STEM courses. The biggest challenge I see personally is how do we sort of market that to students? How do we make it seem cool to go back to math, science, engineering, and technology? Mm-hmm. Kids today have access to technology that's far greater than anything we had access to, when I was, in my teens and mid-20s. You wanted computing access, you had to go to a university to get access to it. Now they have things in the palm of their hand. They're more powerful than we had, 15 years ago even. So the biggest challenge is how do you convince those kids that this is a right path to go on? How do you market it to them to make it seem cool and something that they want to go into? Because there's so many distractions that they have today with extracurricular activities, sports, other events. It's just hard to really to grab their attention and really drive them towards STEM type courses.
Yeah, and funny you say that because that was going to be my last question is trying to encourage more students to pursue STEM educations. Do you have any ideas on how we can challenge that?
Oh, so great. I'll point out the challenge. Now I have to solve the problem. I'm in management, so that's not my job.
Yeah.
No, in all seriousness. It's a tough challenge. I think it's going to take a cooperative effort between private industry, the tech sector, and the government and the universities to look at revamping the educational program. I was looking at a survey that The Economist did recently on a series of roughly 600 plus global executives in the tech industry. Their biggest concern was the lack of the educational system preparing students for the type of jobs that they have that will be coming out in the next 5 to 10 years. So working with, partnering both with the government and with the both higher ed and K through 12. Nowadays, as I mentioned earlier, I don't think the K through 12 system is too early to start. Mm-hmm. If you look at the interest in STEM, it's rising rapidly. It's rising at a higher rate among women than it is overall. Overall, it's declining mm-hmm. by about 19%, whereas the demand for those skills is growing at 30%. So there's a huge gap there. So again, target programs that put together programs that target young students, young women, minorities to get more diversity, and make it cool is the best way to put it. Make it cool, make it, a lot of kids want to be the next Ryan Zimmerman or Peyton Manning or LeBron James. Let's find the next Mark Zuckerbergs.
That makes complete sense. That's a great answer too. Well, Mike, I appreciate your time here today, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Sure, thanks, it was a pleasure.
Absolutely. Well, I'm Billy Mitchell. Thanks for watching FedScoop TV.